The video of the prince of the Beijing circle kneeling for love spread all over the internet. On the variety show, I and the popular Xiao Hua were asked what they thought of this. Me, the kneeling posture is not standard, so kneel again. Popular Xiao Hua, he must have been brainwashed. I suggest that he change his girlfriend. Like me, it will not be so extreme. That night, I was ridiculed by the group for being whimsical, and on the hot search, and the popular little flower was praised by the whole network as being sober in the world, laughing to death. This video was originally sent to me by him to admit his mistake. Is it whimsical for me to comment? The video of the prince of the Beijing circle kneeling for love has become popular. In the video, the kneeling man is wearing a white shirt. The thin waist looms. Although the outline of the side face is blurred, the beautiful and bewitching butterfly tattoo on his left hand is particularly eye-catching. The video spread all over the internet in half a day. Look at the tattoo on his hand. Isn't this the prince in the Beijing circle? No. Will that rich and powerful person be dumped? Or is this big young master a love brain? I heard that his girlfriend broke up with him, so I exposed this video. The young master is unladylike. Help! He said it as if the baby should not be angry. Oh my God, who knows? At that time, the popular little flower Edith and I were in a live symposium on variety shows. The video that rushed to the hot search was playing on the big screen. Isn't this the video Andre Charlie sent me privately after he got into an argument with me the night before? But I was still angry and didn't reply to him. I was a little surprised to see this video inexplicably moved to the show, but I didn't show it on my face. The moderator asked us what we thought about it. The anger in my heart has not subsided, and I said lightly, the kneeling posture is not standard, let's kneel again. The host also gasped, and Edith next to him laughed directly. The barrage exploded in an instant. No, I don't even dare to think about it. How dare she think about it? Hey, I can't laugh anymore. Who is she? Come out to mix, and you don't weigh a few pounds and tails. Sybil Black has such a big face. He is not qualified to be a lover of others, and he wants to make the young master kneel down again. Edith immediately took over the conversation. Some people really dare to think about it. It looks like he must have been brainwashed. Suggest a new girlfriend. Like my words will not be so extreme. As soon as these words came out, the barrage immediately changed the direction of the wind. Help! Edith was my mouthpiece, unlike someone next to me, who spoke so viciously. These few words are enough for someone next to me to learn for 3 or 5 years. Learn more. What level? It's a level that someone can't reach by reading more than 10 years. Love brain prince, polish your eyes. Isn't our sober Edith fragrant? The host next to her also gave her a thumbs up. Edith is worthy of our sobriety in the world, and his speech is always so to the point. Edith has always been a sober character in the circle. In a previous variety show, she said, I don't need a man. Men in the entertainment industry are not worthy of me, which made her a representative of the entertainment industry with a sober and independent personality. But I vaguely remember that she seemed to have added Andre Charlie to wish it several times in private, and sent him several times for friend verification. It's just that it was never passed. I don't know if she really doesn't need it, or if she doesn't need it. However, her fans have always felt that Andre Charlie does not belong to the entertainment industry. Although Andre Charlie is the prince of the Beijing circle, his face and unshakable status, that are not inferior to the domestic entertainment actor, are called delusions in the world, and Edith fans have always felt that he is one of the few men who can be worthy of his own master. She can often be seen on Weibo with fans holding photos of Andre Charlie, and commenting such as, "Sister, we want this brother-in-law." Honestly, falling in love with Andre Charlie is like that. This man is a little too controlling and possessive. The physical strength is a little too strong, and it's annoying. The moderator also reminded me to speak cautiously. Sybil Black is a bit of a humorous person, but it's rumored to be Andre Charlie, the prince of the Beijing circle. Oh, I looked surprised. This expression was immediately captured by the netizens in front of the screen, and then interpreted it. Pay attention, this woman is panicked, she is panicked, ha 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 ha. She probably wants to kill herself who just spoke. Another famous scene of internal entertainment, overturning, is contributed by Sybil Black, ha 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 ha. The smile on Edith's lips deepened, and he looked at me with some schadenfreude. I continued, it's better if it's him. I heard that the young master is in good shape, it's not too much to kneel in a suit, right? 3 drops of sweat ran down the host's forehead, ha ha ha. Sybil Black's focus is very different. Wow rub. She's a broken jar, isn't she? A moment of hilarity and a moment of coolness. When the time comes, the crematorium will be blocked. Ha 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 ha. It is rumored that Andre Charlie's methods are ruthless, and there is gossip that the male star, who was exposed to drug use last year, was exposed because he didn't know how to provoke Andre Charlie. Weakly, in fact, I also want to see kneeling in a suit, with a yellow face, but I'm scolding Sybil Black. Leave me alone, I'm going to scold. Sybil Black is just a loving sister, just whimsical. Don't be too obvious about the little trick that wants to get on top, okay? I looked at the barrage that was brushing so fast and I wanted to laugh. This video was originally sent to me by him to admit his mistake. What's wrong with my review? Or whimsical? No. Have you ever thought about the possibility that Sybil Black is Andre Charlie's girlfriend? Sophia, who sat next to me and had a good relationship with me, couldn't stand it anymore. She was my best friend and the only one who knew about Andre Charlie's relationship with me. I pressed the back of her hand to make her feel more at ease, and smiled. Yes, what if this video was sent to me in the first place? Can't I comment on it? The other guests laughed even more unabashedly this time. Ha 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 ha. Sybil Black, you're a little overconfident today, aren't you? Ha ha ha. Sybil Black, we all know that your boyfriend is an amateur, so why do you say such a big thing? Edith here has become sober again. People, you have self-knowledge, you say that kind of thing in order to attract attention, but you have to pay the price. Don't learn from the fans in front of the screen. Very few people know about my relationship with Andre Charlie. Even if we were inadvertently photographed, Andre Charlie would have already taken care of the media, bought out the news, and blocked it very tightly. Andre Charlie has wanted to go public for a long time. I didn't agree. After all, it's better to mix more things in this circle than less. It's not good to be too high profile, and it's easy to attract flies. Because of this, the man who usually doesn't smile to the outside world, hugged me aggrievedly and complained to me that I didn't love him. I had to coax him for a long time. Soon, my talk about Andre Charlie and I was edited and moved to another platform, causing a lot of discussion. There is no doubt that I was scolded on the hot search again. Sybil Black is whimsical. Sybil Black said he wanted to see Andre Charlie kneeling in a suit. On the other side of mine is Edith, who is praised to the sky. Edith is worthy of your sobriety. Edith is the first anti-master of internal entertainment. No, Sybil Black didn't wake up before attending the show. When was it still daydreaming? I thought Sybil Black's acting skills were good before, and I wanted to cultivate it. Why is she the kind of person who wants to take shortcuts? I said that Edith is the #1 anti-master of internal entertainment. No one disagrees, right? Edith will never let us down, always sober in the world, woo woo. No kidding, let Edith redeem Andre Charlie. While public opinion is one-sided, there are also some people who speak for me. To put it mildly, in fact, what Sybil Black said is my heart, isn't it? Are your moral requirements so high? Are you all so upright and gentlemanly? What happened to heavy kneeling? What happened to kneeling in a suit? If you don't want to see it, don't get in the way of me. Add me upstairs. Seeing them scolding so hard, I'm embarrassed to say that in fact, I also want to see the prince kneel in a suit. Sybil Black just made the mistake that every woman makes. is it necessary for you to scold like this? If Edith said she wanted to see her kneel in a suit, you would have said that she was really temperamental, right? For me, Sybil Black said she was whimsical, right? But Edith's fans are large, hot, and fast. My little fans, as well as some passers-by, will soon be washed away. Edith and I actually debuted at the same time. Halfway through, I took a break from the entertainment industry for 3 years because I went abroad for further study, and I only made a comeback half a year ago, and at this time there was a big difference between my popularity and her. Edith's latest hit drama is called Bright. She is the much anticipated heroine in it, and I am the third female, who only has half her role. Her team has high hopes for the show. Who knew that after the broadcast, I, the female trinity, accidentally went out of the circle more than her, and the clips blew up on social platforms, and suppressed her a lot of limelight. Since then, there have been a series of hot searches about my black circulars. One moment said that I played a big name, and the other said that I was in love. It's not the same every day. Black and red are also red. I can't control other people's mouths, and to a certain extent, I am immune to these bad comments and rumors. What's more, in fact, sometimes they don't hate what I say and do, but they hate me as a person. But every time there is my black hot search, I haven't gotten the team to do it yet. Andre Charlie has arranged for the notices to be taken down. He is a person who manages all kinds of opportunities every day, but after work, his greatest pleasure is to brush up on my related news and clips on major platforms, and collect a lot of them. I also raised a group of lawyers, who were specially used by me to fight against gangsters. Every time something goes wrong, he knows it faster than I do. During the break, I saw a message from Andre Charlie. He told me that the reason why the video went viral was because he was worried that I would ignore him and die of anxiety. One accidentally slipped his hand and posted his carefully filmed apology video in the company group. Although he withdrew it in a timely manner, he was saved and posted online. In the past, he would have used his capital to reduce the popularity of the video. But I didn't reply to his message, so he thought I would have to see the video. The symposium of the variety show continues. The host asked about the emotional status of the guests present. Speaking of love, I'm a little curious about Evrion's recent relationship status. Can you share it with us? Edith smiled next to him. Feelings. Sister never needs feelings, especially for people like us who are in the big vat of the entertainment industry. Feelings are a luxury. Isn't it good to have a career by yourself? She spoke with emotion, caused the barrage to suddenly boast again. Edith is really a role model for my generation. Since I powdered her, my 82-year-old love brain has been cured. Don't be a man in the entertainment industry, because you are not worthy. Andre Charlie's level may be barely considered. Didn't a certain Xiao Hua in the same period come over and kneel to learn and learn? The homework is all written and put here, and you still can't copy it. Is the Chinese drama white? On the side, her plastic sister Bridget shows her starry eyes. To be honest, Sister Edith, you're really the most sober person I've ever met, and I'm curious how you managed to do this. Ha, isn't this easy? She smiled and said, her eyes glancing at me, intentionally or not. The first must be to stay away from the person who is not clear-headed, who is prone to daydreaming. Sybil Black, I'll Edith you. Sybil Black, it's over, coming at me. Help. Edith's eyes are so yin and yang, and he looks a little uncomfortable. Upstairs. She's just telling the truth. So easy to feel psychologically uncomfortable and not go to the doctor. Anyway, you just have to tell yourself every day that being close to a man is equivalent to being close to unhappiness. And what about feelings? It's the cruelest thing in the world. You know. Bridget nodded. The smiles on the faces of the two male stars next to him were obviously a little unbearable, and their expressions were as if they had tasted the 9 turns of the large intestine. I want to say something. I want to say it. I want to stop it. but I'm afraid that I will be drowned by the spittle of the barrage. Edith's fans are well known for their internal entertainment. The key is to believe in her rhetoric. They're all pretty simple-minded. Firmly believes that Edith has not won an award for many years since her debut, but she has many big heroine resources every year, all because she is not in love, sober and independent. As everyone knows, Edith's agent has collected a lot of these sober quotes for her, and she has filled a whole notebook. Last time she accidentally dropped on the ground and was picked up by me. I couldn't help but laugh at the look on her face when she angrily snatched the notebook from my hand. Seeing this, Edith looked visibly panicked for a second, and urgently changed the subject. What are you laughing at? Why doesn't your boyfriend kneel in your suit? Have you come to me to find fault? I haven't hid the fact that I have a boyfriend. That's one of the reasons why Andre Charlie is willing to cooperate with me not to make it public. He said that even if everyone didn't know that my boyfriend was him, as long as they knew that I was famous, that was enough. It's just that the secrecy work is too good, and the outside world has different opinions about my boyfriend's identity, and most people think that he is an amateur outside the circle. I really took Sybil Black, a delicate wife, and it is still a question whether I am talking about a serious boyfriend. 80% dislike his amateur boyfriend, so he spoke wildly on variety shows, wanting to attract Andre Charlie's attention. Right, ha ha ha. Agreed. There is a lack of our own strength like Edith. There are many people who want to go crookedly. TSK. At this time, Director Mason, the chief director of the variety show, smiled and said, "Let me tell you something. Our show also invited a mysterious guest today, and he will come over to experience it with us tomorrow. Can you guess who this person is?" The crowd said several names. Director Mason shook his head. Edith's assistant whispered a few words in her ear. In the next second, the live camera focused on Edith. She was confident. "May I guess one?" "Andre Charlie." Director Mason didn't shake his head this time. He smiled mysteriously at everyone. "Ha ha ha. Let's welcome this mysterious guest." "Ah, Andre Charlie is the mystery guest. Wouldn't it? No way. In my lifetime, I can see the prince on a variety show. Woo hoo 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 hoo." Edith actually knows. Their personal relationship should be good. "Right," Director Mason said. "Let's have this mystery guest." Soon, the door to the living room was pushed open. Andre Charlie walked in on long legs. The man's eyebrows are gentle and cold, with slender and cold white finger bones, and above is a beautiful butterfly tattoo. For a while, the barrage was all awe. He looked in my direction and smiled, and his seductive peach blossom eyes seemed to be discharging at this time. He knew that I would eat it, so every time he wanted to make peace, he almost waged his tail. I looked at him coldly. Edith waved his hand at him enthusiastically, looking familiar. "Andre Charlie, here, help me." He smiled at us. Edith. "No way." Whoever asked us Edith's answer really won his heart. Poor Andre Charlie. Let's enlighten him. Since he had me off the night before, I looked at him without telling me in advance, so I looked away with a blank face. I don't really want to give him a look. I'm scared. I'm afraid. Sybil Black. She is scared, and she doesn't dare to make eye contact with him. Why doesn't Sybil Black continue to go crazy? Don't want to. Still is. Ha 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 ha. Sybil Black's face has opened up this time. Ha ha ha. You see, her face is scared. Be brave. You continue to be brave. Ha ha ha. Since everyone else wanted to sit next to Edith, they sat on the same bench couch in a circle, so I had a vacant seat next to me. Edith quietly nudged the guest next to her with her hand, suggesting that they have a seat. I looked out the window at the scenery, and the next second I felt the sofa sink next to me. I didn't have to look to see it to be Andre Charlie. He sat down next to me casually, and looked at me with a chuckle. Why doesn't this Sybil Black look at me? Aren't I welcome? Ha 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 ha. Sexy Andre Charlie. Online sanctions. Where is she not welcoming you? But she does not dare. Sybil Black flies boldly, and his back whimpers when something happens. I glanced at him. You're so popular. Do you need me? He was wearing a black shirt today. Actually, he doesn't like black, because I told him that I like him to wear black. On the day I fell in love with him at first sight, he wore a black jacket, cold and unruly eyebrows, held an umbrella, and walked in front of me in the slanting wind and drizzle. It was also that day that I noticed him. I had the audacity to ask him for Weshit. He also thought about it coldly for a few seconds before nodding and agreeing to give me Weshit. Later, when I was with him, I found out that it was the 19th time he had managed to appear in front of me. He's nowhere near as cool on the inside as he looks on the outside. Even the first kiss had to be taught by me. Here, not long after Andre Charlie sat down, Edith greeted him warmly like a host. Andre Charlie, how did you come up with the idea of being a guest on this variety show? Wait. Andre Charlie smiled. What do you call me? Andre Charlie. His tone was cold. When we meet for the first time, don't call me that. The one in the family is easy to misunderstand. Edith didn't expect him to give her a face in front of so many people, especially when the barrage was all one-sided. It turns out that they don't know each other at all. Aren't you embarrassed that the barrage just said that they are old acquaintances? Heh, unfamiliar. Isn't Edith known for not liking men? Why is it so catch up now? Edith's operation is a bit of a thing, but her psychological quality is like her. She quickly cleared her throat and tried to incarnate into a confidant big sister, who solved her doubts. Andre Charlie, I guess you must have been in a bad mood after a quarrel with your girlfriend. I understand your mood. You should be calm and calm first, in terms of feelings. In fact, I understand your very well. Andre Charlie, didn't you just say that feelings are the cruelest thing in the world? How do you understand me? This, you know what the authorities are talking about, right? When the relationship has developed to this point, we generally dissuade, and not reconcile. Andre Charlie, my girlfriend didn't say she was going to break up with me, but you persuaded me to break up first. What kind of femme fatale are you? Her voice grew quieter, but she made you kneel. Andre Charlie, my wife caught me smoking. What happened when I got down on my knees and confessed my mistake? I can't laugh at my family. It's the first time I've seen Edith being scolded like this bird. Fans have always said that they are old acquaintances. Can they be slapped in the face? Crack someone up. Andre Charlie, you really, smile wryly. Hug Edith. Andre Charlie definitely didn't mean to target you. It must have been someone's speech just now that he was upset by him. And now he is on the show and starts to attack indiscriminately. Woo hoo 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 hoo. What did Edith do wrong? She just wants to save the love brain. Such a good woman. What is wrong with her? Forehead. Are you sure it's not because Edith's statement is a bit retarded? Seeing that the atmosphere was not right, the host tried to ease the atmosphere. Andre Charlie, what are you about this video that has been circulating on the internet recently? Andre Charlie lifted his eyelids to look at him, the tails of his eyes a little sharp. The host was so frightened that his mouth nodded, and he made a sharp turn. No. Has Andre Charlie ever seen the play of Our Teachers Here? I've seen it. And which one has you been impressed with lately? Asked this question. Andre Charlie's smile softened a little. Bright. It's very good. I like it very much. As soon as these words came out, Edith's uncomfortable expression that had just been frustrated suddenly disappeared. Bridget covered her mouth in surprise and echoed her thoughts. Oh my God, isn't that a coincidence? Is Bright the drama you starred in? Sister Edith. Edith waved his hand. Ha, it's the one I starred in. Hearing this, Andre Charlie glanced at her in surprise. You are in this show. I watched it 3 times and didn't notice it at all. Edith's expression froze in surprise. Why not me? I'm the heroine. Andre Charlie, then I don't know. I usually skip boring plots. I laughed out loud and glanced at Andre Charlie. I played the third female in the drama, right? Every time Andre Charlie watches this show, he turns on the watch only part function. Just watch the clip with me, and skip everything else. From time to time, I have to praise me for acting well. Where I acting? And where I acting? Ha 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 ha. Edith squeezed a dry laugh into his throat. Andre Charlie, you're so humorous. Andre Charlie, you're funny, too. Summary. Andre Charlie doesn't seem to like Edith. Agreed. Andre Charlie fell in love with his girlfriend miserably, and Edith also persuaded him. What did he say? Didn't this hit Simone's muzzle? I really laughed to death. Ha ha ha. But the self-brainwashing skills of Edith fans are top-notch. These two conversations are so interesting. They fall in love and kill each other when they come up. Ha 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 ha. Isn't it? No way. Am I the only one who tastes that little bit of joy and hatred? No. One of you said that everyone who loves and kills each other is sick. Right. Andre Charlie obviously doesn't like to have an affair with Edith, and he said at the beginning that he was afraid that his girlfriend would misunderstand. Andre Charlie managed to sit closer to me by drinking water. Still behind the couch, he secretly grabbed my hand. Fingertips scratched my palm twice. Something is written in the palm of my hand. Will you forgive me? My heart moved slightly, and I quietly withdrew my hand and motioned to him with my eyes. Come less. The moderator then asked, which of our guests is more impressed? Andre Charlie paused, then turned to look at me. I'm very impressed with this Sybil Black, especially what she just said. It's quite interesting, Sybil Black just said wildly, and it is very normal for the prince to be impressed by her. Andre Charlie must be warning her to stop talking nonsense. This rage is finally her turn. Ha ha ha. Is Andre Charlie going to fight again? Move the small bench to start school. But then I said, I'm sorry guys, I'll go to the bathroom first. I'm laughing to death. Sybil Black actually used the soil method of urinating. Help! This is the legendary Scared P. But at this time, Andre Charlie also got up. I'm sorry, I'll go to the bathroom too. You taste. Andre Charlie, is this finally going to find someone who is high to settle accounts? What does a photographer eat? Hurry up and keep up. She ran away from him, and they were all wings and difficult to fly. Why can you voice upstairs? My mom. Make a bold guess. Is Andre Charlie going to give us Sybil Black a suit and kneel alone? Lick the screen. Let's make a bold guess. Is Sybil Black's boyfriend Andre Charlie? Otherwise, there is something that our fans can't watch, and we have to go to the small black house alone. Upstairs, I'm dying of laughter. It's really powder with steaming. Sybil Black is whimsical, and now even her fans aren't sober. Here I put on a lipstick in the bathroom and wash my hands. Just walked out and looked down at the message the broker sent me an hour ago. Your man made 800 calls and asked me where you are. Hey. Your man said he was going to go on a variety show to find you. Hey. He really asked someone to arrange for him to go in. Hey. The man with a love brain in action is too awesome. You should be mentally prepared. Anyway, can you send me a copy of the suit kneeling video when the video comes out? I was about to reply when I felt the force pull me through. As I reacted, my back jerked against the cold tile. I was pulled into the next lounge by Andre Charlie. The man grabbed my wrist and ran his warm fingertips against the back of my hand. Why don't you reply to my message? Recording a show. I don't have time to look at my phone. He glanced at my phone. And what did you just do with your phone? I was silent for half a second. You care about me, baby. Don't be mad at me, he whispered in my ear. When I go back after recording the show, can I kneel down again as you ask? My tense expression loosened. Just wear your favorite suit, okay? If he hadn't been outside right now, he would have taken my hand to his abs. This trick has always been tried and tested. I was about to speak, but he stopped me with a kiss. The cool knuckles gently pinched the back of my neck until I gasped a little before letting go of me. I put my arm around his broad shoulders and glared at him. Did I say I would forgive you? Are you dear? He used strong words, but his tone was too soft. Anger is anger. Kissing is kissing. And the two do not affect each other. If he wasn't still recording the show, I would have wanted to slap him in the face. The lipstick that I just made up is now modeled again. Refill the lipstick. Whether you reconcile or not depends on your subsequent performance. I pulled his tie, wrapping it around my fingertips and undoing it. But I'm still satisfied with your performance. With that, I turned around and went back to the living room of the discussion room. In the mirror behind him, the man's posture is loose and straight, and the corners of his lips are very high. He and I went back to the living room. Evrion's eyes swept over in unison. Andre Charlie sat on one side of the couch, and I sat on the other side of the couch, and deliberately distanced myself from him. Pay attention to the details. Sybil Black's eyes are a little red. It can't be crying, right? I've been going for so long. Blind guessed that Andre Charlie scolded her and cried just now. It's too ruthless for this man. Cold knowledge. Sybil Black will be red after wearing contact lenses for a long time, and the sheet will cry red. When I sat down, Edith, who had been scolded by Andre Charlie, was still a little autistic, but when she saw me, she raised her voice and asked me, Sybil Black, are you all right? I spread my hands. No. Should I be doing anything? She glanced in Andre Charlie's direction, a little puzzled, laughing to death. Sybil Black is still hard-mouthed. Seriously, the sky is falling and Sybil Black's mouth is still on it. Don't believe it. Edith was scolded by him for being so good, and Sybil Black must have been scolded miserably. At this time, Edith suddenly thought of something, and said with a smile, by the way, Sybil Black, you just told everyone that you wanted to see Andre Charlie on his knees in a suit. As she spoke, she turned her head to look at Andre Charlie. Andre Charlie, do you think that your girlfriend is likely to have a misunderstanding with what she just said? Bridget also bent his head to speak for Edith. Yes, Andre Charlie, you're not. Do you love your girlfriend so much? She can't stand other women letting you kneel in a suit, right? Well, Andre Charlie curled. I'll call my girlfriend and see if she minds what Sybil Black says. How about it? The audience boiled. Help, playing this big. Did Andre Charlie want Sybil Black to apologize to his girlfriend in person? Enough men. I like it. Ah, I'm so excited. Ah, who is Andre Charlie's girlfriend? Let him love so much. Strange. Why didn't Sybil Black panic? Her psychological quality is still quite good. If Andre Charlie's girlfriend says mine later, I can't imagine what he will be like on the show. Woo-hoo-hoo. You can tell Edith can't wait. She also felt that I had been scolded for going to the bathroom just now. It's just that it didn't appear in front of the camera. She was scolded alone, and she was too unwilling in her heart. Under the watchful eye, Andre Charlie took out his mobile phone. I dialed the phone number marked, wife, and then, my phone rang. Yes, my phone rang. Zune do fake duo. Girlfriend is Sybil Black. Tell me it's just a coincidence. Around the guests, their jaws were about to fall to the ground. I took out my phone, then hung up on the spot, and looked at him helplessly. Okay, Andre Charlie, are you NAVE? The man hooked his lips and smiled. When you don't get angry with me, I won't be NAVE, when you are. Edith's jaw dropped to the ground. The expression seemed to have knocked over a toner bottle, and his lips were pale. The host is worthy of being the host, and he was the first to react among the stunned guests. So, Andre Charlie, you shot that video for Sybil Black. If it's not for her, who else can it be? Andre Charlie took my hand. He had wanted to do it for a long time. Now it's finally okay to be above board. His eyes were a little cold. What? She said she wanted to see me kneeling in a suit, but your opinion is quite big. It was only then that everyone noticed that the ring on my finger was exactly the same as the beautiful butterfly tattoo on his arm. No opinion. No opinion. No opinion at all. Ha ha ha. We're not. Just kidding. Sybil Black. Why are you still hiding such a big thing from us? Edith's cold sweat fell, and the yin and yang weirdness that had been talking to me before disappeared completely. I smiled. Will you believe me when I say it? The barrage has exploded, and the speed of refresh is a batch faster. So, Sybil Black just said that he was going to the toilet, and when Andre Charlie chased after her, he didn't scold her, he coaxed her. Damn, the clown is Edith. Ha 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 ha. No, the clown and the netizens who just laughed at Sybil Black's whimsical ideas. Woo hoo hoo hoo. No. The funniest thing is that Edith fans brainwashed themselves and said that she and the prince were happy enemies. Ha ha ha. Who understands? Laughing. Dare Andre Charlie slap Edith just now to make Sybil Black angry? What kind of fat thing did I snort hard? Sybil Black actually ate so well behind our backs. Woo hoo hoo hoo. Edith just said that Sybil Black is whimsical. So I want to ask, who is whimsical? What else do you say to persuade points? I really laughed to death. I was embarrassed by Edith and the smiling Passler next to her, singing and harmonizing, and my toes scratched the ground. Weakly ask, when will the suit Neil be arranged? Whining. At night, Edith was as quiet as a quail egg. Bridget next to her is even more like, and wants to be close to me. I ignored it. When the barrage mocked her, some fans spoke for her. She doesn't know. What's wrong with her? You all scolded her for being in love. Right. I can't hold anything else in my head but that idea. On the matter, you can laugh at her. Edith is the first sober in internal entertainment. This matter is not refuted, and it can't be ridiculed at all. Andre Charlie's name and I hung on the hot search for 2 nights. In the previous whimsical entry, a bunch of people took a screenshot of me holding hands with Andre Charlie on the show, and ran to slap the people who scolded me before they hit me in the face. However, on the 3rd day, Edith directly landed in the hot search. Originally, there was a thief in a large 5-star hotel, but the surveillance video accidentally captured more explosive news. The video features Andre Charlie and his dad, as well as popular actress Edith. After exiting the elevator, the two entered the presidential suite with 2 opposite doors. At 1 o'clock in the morning, Edith showed up with her evening gown. She first came to Andre Charlie's door, got her hair cut, and knocked on the door for a long time. Then there was no response. Then she came to the door of Andre Charlie's father's room. This time someone opened the door, and Mr. Charlie walked out. She fell into Mr. Charlie's arms in a soft and boneless manner. But in the next second, Mr. Charlie pushed 2 meters away without hesitation. She began to pester Mr. Charlie to say something, but was soon taken away by Mr. Charlie's bodyguards, who rushed to hear the news. Looking rather embarrassed, completely subverted Edith's personality in the hearts of the public in the past 2 or 3 years. The video went viral on social media, hung on the hot search for 2 days and 2 nights. Fans who have always believed that Edith is an independent woman were stabbed in the back and lost their fans one after another. The video was too solid for the team to clarify, and Edith and her team's Weibo comment section were drowned out. Faith has collapsed. Crack crack crack. What you said about focusing on a career is this kind of career. You don't need a man. Knocking on the door of 2 fathers and sons late at night. You told me I don't need a man. Aren't you not in love and focusing on your career? It turns out that your career is based on this kind of operation. Heh. Andre Charlie didn't open the door for you. You still knocked on his father's door. You really don't pick the eldest sister. I have long known that she is just a person. Her current owner is a famous director in the industry recently, and she is her uncle, and everyone in the entertainment industry knows that she just doesn't say it. But recently the director has a new love and snubbed her. Pictures. Have you ever seen an uncle and nephew still kiss? The picture upstairs is hanging, begging for privacy. I saw that picture before, and I thought it was a face-changing photo made by Croco, but now it seems that it is not a fake. And Bridget, who sang and harmonized with her on the show, accidentally picked up Edith's book of sober quotes during the live broadcast, in order to dissociate himself from her. Her personality collapsed even more completely. I feel like a clown when I talk to her. Her new drama was also boycotted, and became a laughingstock on the internet. However, the house leak happened to rain overnight, and she wanted to wait for the fermentation of things to end before coming out. But she was exposed to a tax evasion scandal not long after. But there's a hilarious vignette. It's just that someone left a message on Andre Charlie's Weibo. Andre Charlie, your wife's Sprite may be implicated and taken off the shelves. Will you secretly cry and chirp? Andre Charlie replied, I have already asked people to cut out the clips of my wife, who put 100 hearts, and I have saved them separately to my folder. Rest at night. I came out of the shower and was wiping my hair with a dry towel. When I looked up, I saw a man sitting on my 1.8-meter tall bed. It's still a half-dissolved man in a bathrobe, and the outline of his abdominal muscles is half exposed. And he can't say sexy. I pretended I didn't see him. As soon as he took out the hair dryer, he was snatched away by the person behind him. Andre Charlie took my hair dryer and said, when is it your turn to do this yourself? I looked back at him. His expression suddenly softened a little, and he kissed me on the lips. Just let me come. Soon he helped me dry my hair. My hair was fluffy and soft on my shoulders, and I had just admired myself twice when I was picked up by his princess, and sat on his lap on his side. Do you smell smoke? I buried my head in his chest, and took a deep breath. He doesn't smell of tobacco now. It is more clean and clear, like a clear spring flowing down an iceberg, mixed with a faint fragrance of tea. It smells good now. I'm angry because he smokes. I don't like the smell of smoke, and naturally I don't like him smoking. He rarely smokes in front of me. Who knew that day when I went out to record the show, I came back and found the cigarette butt in the ashtray in the bedroom that he hadn't had time to throw away. He still had the smell of smoke on his body. When he hugged me, I got mad at him on the spot. So, there is the next series of things, and kneeling down to apologize was a bad trick, given to him by his friend. It was supposed to be sent to me separately. Who knew that Andre Charlie slipped his hand, and slipped his hair into the group by mistake. You're smelling good right now. I'll quit smoking. Wife, forgive me this time, okay? I poked him in the chest, thinking that you are a first-time offender. Forgive you for not having a next time. This time, he brought his face to my mouth. I was just about to kiss him on the face. The next second, he turned his head slyly. Let me kiss him right on the thin lips. Baby, forgive me. Can I do bad things with my baby? You don't roll. Not in this life. After saying that, he pestered up. Later, Andre Charlie still took a picture of me kneeling in a suit. He also took a decent picture of me wearing my favorite haute couture suit, according to the shooting techniques of the online bloggers. Abstinence and extravagance. I shared the video on Weibo. There was quite a stir on the internet. Sybil Black really doesn't treat us as outsiders. Lick the screen, lick the screen, lick the screen. Thanks to Sybil Black, we were able to feast our eyes so much. Let's say loudly, thank you Sybil Black. I can't imagine how intense their night will be. I dare to think of cowards, and I boldly guess that it will be Sybil Black's turn to kneel after Andre Charlie kneels. Hey, 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 hey. 10,000 words omitted here. I really took it. These people really are, too. Guess everything so accurately. The end.